Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Gold Prospecting at Home. And in this case, from my camper. This is episode number 154. And today I have some gold pay dirt from my buddy Jason over at the Flower Gold Wizards channel. A couple years ago, my friend Ryan and I, we went up to Wisconsin to meet up with Jason, Ryan, and Ryan. So there was 3 Ryans, a Jason and a Shane. And we did some gold prospecting up there at one of his spots. And I think that's when he gave me this bag of pay dirt. I can't remember if that was the time or if he mailed this to me at another point. But either way, I've had it for a couple years. And you know, in an empty cardboard box, how you have those 2 flaps at the bottom? This was wedged underneath there, and that's where it was. So anyway, I got it here. Sorry, Jason, for taking, you know, a half a decade to get to this, but this is the Flower Gold Wizards Rigby bag. Flower Gold Wizards, I'll show it up close in a second here. Let's check out where you guys can find this stuff. Flower Gold Wizards videos, you just go into the description. Here it says Flower Gold Wizards Pay Dirt. He has a couple different products here, but this is the Rigby Dirt, $35. This pay dirt contains natural occurring gold from different streams around Wisconsin and Michigan. Contains a 1/4 gram. It is a level 8, so I guess that's kind of like, you know, a scale 1 to 10, 10 being the most difficult. I guess there's some black sand and stuff in here. But yeah, man, I apologize for that, for taking so long, but here it is. I found it. I just grabbed, you know, a couple different pay dirts for the camper here to make some videos in my new studio. So let's go ahead and do that. Hope you guys enjoy the video. Okay, here it is, the Flower Gold Wizards Rigby Pay Dirt from Flower Gold Wizards on YouTube. Let's take a look at it in a pan. Nice. All right, let's go ahead and rip this thing open. And I'm expecting to see a lot of black sand just because of the difficulty level at an 8 out of 10. There we go. A little bit of Wisconsin here in Colorado. Make sure I got everything out of there. I think we're good. All right. Oh, we got a coin. That's always pretty cool when you find a silver coin in your pay dirt. Now remember, this pay dirt is 5 years, probably about 5 years old. He may have changed the recipe and stuff, but right now, if you buy the same pay dirt, you get a 1/4 gram of gold guaranteed. So just because of that, I am kind of gonna expect a 1/4 gram. Remember, when you have a guaranteed minimum amount of gold, you can do the math before you even purchase it. So anybody that's like, oh, that's a ripoff or this and that, that's kind of a dumb argument because you already know how much gold is in the pay dirt before you buy it. So anyway, let's go ahead and classify this to plus and minus kitchen strainer. This is just a dollar store kitchen strainer. You don't need anything fancy. They're $1 and they do a perfect job. All right, here we have our plus and minus kitchen strainer. I'm not gonna worry about the larger material because it's gonna be easy to pan whether it's magnetic or not. So I'm gonna take my strong neodymium magnet inside of a silver dollar tube here on the end of a nut driver. I'm just gonna try to remove as much magnetic material from here as I can because I am expecting to find a lot because of the 8 difficulty. So let's go ahead and see how much we can remove. Yep, there's a lot. Now if I was to pan this without removing the magnetics, assuming there's some flower gold in here for obvious reasons, yeah, this would be a pretty good challenge. A pretty true to nature experience if you ask me. I'm just going to try to get as much of this black sand out of here as possible, and then we can start panning. Every time I run the magnet through, I'm getting a little bit more magnetics. I'm going to try to get as much out of there as possible. The more time I spend here, the quicker the rest of the process is going to be. Okay, here we have our plus and minus kitchen strainer size material and our magnetics. Let's zoom in on that. And you can see it's pretty chunky, like it's bigger pieces, so it shouldn't be too difficult to pan out. And of course we want to pan our magnetics just in case that magnet grabbed some gold while it was trapped with this black sand. So let's bring over Crusty Rusty. I'll add some water and a drop or two of jet dry. That's just a surfactant that'll break the surface tension of the water in case all that really fine flour gold wants to float away. All right, first up is the magnetics. Usually when I do magnetics, I don't pan anything off unless there's some obvious light material in there, and there's not. What I like to do is keep everything in the pan and then just, ooh, lighting problems, huh? That ain't good. I gotta fix that. Low light problems. Okay, so when I pan magnetics, I like to keep everything in the pan. I don't try to pan anything off unless there's some obvious overburden and stuff in there, but I'm not seeing any here, so I'm just gonna keep everything in the pan, and I'm slowly gonna pan it back like this, just washing the water over it, and I'm looking right here. As I wash it back, I'm looking to see if there's any gold coming back with it. And if I see it, I'll just grab it with my snuffer bottle. But this is panning off pretty easily because of the size of these magnetics. It's pretty chunky stuff. And I'm having some lighting issues. Let me fix that real quick. I'll be right back. Okay, that's a little better. So all I'm doing is looking for gold as I pan this stuff back. And now that I can see, I'm still not seeing any gold, at least not yet. Okay. So right here at the very end, there's a little tiny pile of black sand that was left behind that I'm washing back. And I can see very, very small pieces of flour gold in there. Like I can see one, maybe two. It's very hard to see on camera. Like right there. Anyway, I'm gonna grab that little tiny microscopic unweighable amount with my snuffer bottle. And even though I can't weigh that up, I always try to collect every little tiny piece. All right, that was the last of the gold here. We'll clean up that pan and we'll bring over, let's go ahead and do the bigger stuff first. I don't know if there's any pickers in it, but we're gonna find out. I need just a little bit more water here. You really want to make sure that your material's submerged. There we go. There's an interesting bigger rock. That might be a euperlite. If you guys don't know what euperlites are, they are rocks that, I don't know too much about it. All I know is that they are mostly in the Great Lakes. And if you hit them with a UV light, they actually have like little specks that glow. So I'm gonna grab a UV light, because I mean, that looks like a euperlite. So let's do that real quick. All right, I've got the UV light. I'm gonna turn some lights out and we'll see if that thing glows. Oh yeah, that's absolutely a euperlite. That's awesome. And that's awesome because I'm actually heading up there this year to hunt for some of these. Look at how cool that is. Awesome, man. Thanks for the euperlite. Is there any more euperlites in there? Yeah, that is really cool. All right. All right, we are back. I'm gonna put the euperlite over there with the coin and we'll continue panning this bigger stuff down. Yeah, up in Lake Superior is where I'm headed this year to do some prospecting for euperlites. I've actually hunted for them before in southern Lake Michigan, but I didn't have any luck. Ooh, I think I got a picker here. One or two pickers. Oh yeah. Definitely got some bigger gold here. That's awesome. Got two nice pickers right there. Definitely can pick them up. Yeah. Sweet. Let's see if they're too big for the snuffer. Oh, I got him. I'm gonna go ahead and pan this one more time because you never know. I'm in no big rush. Yeah, I got a lot of gold prospecting videos planned, going to all 50 states. So if you haven't subscribed and you want to follow along and see where I go, or if you have any gold prospecting or any kind of treasure hunting at all locations around the United States, Canada, or Mexico, just let me know and I'll add them to my list, do some research. And yeah, if they're publicly accessible for anybody to go to, that's kind of like my main focus, because I want everybody to have a chance and opportunity to go treasure hunting in their own state. I probably should have saved the big stuff for last because that was awesome, but I have a feeling we're going to find a good amount of flower gold and stuff in here. So let's go ahead, and it seems like a lot of blonde sands and overburden. I'll do like 3 spoonfuls. Usually I only do 1 to kind of gauge the difficulty, but we already removed most of the black sand. Hopefully that wasn't a bad choice and we're not, you know, infested with flower gold here. I'm just gonna slowly pan this stuff off. I'll stratify, pan off a little bit off the top. I can already see some black sand forming here at the bottom. That line of black sand right there. Zoom out a little bit so you can kind of see the process. So yeah, like I said, if you have any treasure hunting spots that are publicly accessible and you don't mind sharing it with the rest of the world, just leave a comment below. Or if you want to keep it a secret, you can actually email me. I'll put my email address right here, and I will keep your location a secret. That way I don't ruin your secret spot, and you still want to see it on camera. I can absolutely do that for you. So I think we're going to keep everything in the pan, and we do have a lot of black sand left over. Even though this is only 3 spoonfuls, we still got a lot of heavies in here, non-magnetic black sands, and I can see some gold already. All right there, and some more up in here. I'll try to leave the camera angled right there. I'll tap this up, maybe we can separate it. There's a piece of gold trying to sneak down. All right, just zoom back so you can see what I'm about to do. I know there's no gold back here, so I'm just going to clean that out and start over. Feels like every one of my videos is an instructional video, but I'm just kind of thinking out loud is all I'm doing in these videos. So yeah, there's gold all over the place in here, mixed in with that black sand. We got gold moving all over the place. So when I see that, when I'm panning it back and it's being difficult, I'll just grab it as I see it. That way I don't have to worry about these little pieces of gold anymore, and then I'll worry about a final cleanup later. There's another piece that came all the way down here. Now I know there's no gold here. Get rid of that and start over again. Another thing you can do, and I think I'm gonna do it right now, I'm down to the super like concentrates, I guess you could call it. I'm just gonna transfer that to another pan, and then we'll pan it all at the end. I still have a lot to go through here, so I'm gonna go ahead and pan this stuff out. Sorry about that, my camera shut off. These are the original concentrates from the first 3 spoonfuls. This is just the remainder of what was left in the pan. I'll go ahead and combine everything. This pan isn't properly seasoned. You see that? How the water just beads up. This needs to be seasoned better. Sometimes you can get lucky with a tap like that. All you do is you tilt your pan forward. Make sure your water is covering up any material that you want to separate. I know it's hard to see here, but there is water on this half of the pan. Then you give it a tap. Get all your gold into one area. Just grab it. And then all you're left with is a few little stragglers. You can grab those as you see them, like this. There's our flower gold. Little tiny pieces of flower gold up in there. See if I could tap it apart. I ain't that good, but I was able to do a little bit right there. Got to get every little crumb. All right, looks like that's the last of it. So cleaning up what's in the snuffer bottle is the same exact process that we just did. Now, sometimes it's easier to just grab the black sand instead of the gold, but this ain't too tough. A lot of the black sand is coming down. All right, that gold looks pretty clean to me. We'll go ahead and dry it out, weigh it up, and we'll get a value on it. That was a lot of fun. Oh, a little more black sand here. All right, let's see how much this gold is worth. So 0.59 grams, and we're gonna call it 24 karat pure. And even though gold price is $2,941 today, I'm sure that 5 years ago when I got this bag, it was not worth $3,000, because right now we are basically at an all-time high of gold. Gold has actually never hit 3,000 yet. We are, I think it was like 2980 is the all-time high, and like 5 years ago, the price of gold was like $1,200 or something like that. So it's hard to say exactly how much value we're gonna get, but we're still gonna call it 24 karat pure value, because you can resell natural placer gold just like this to Paydirt vendors like myself. And if you have natural placer gold and you're looking to sell it, check out kleshgold.com, click on the sell your gold link, and I'll send you a free quote and buy your gold. So if we calculate for today's value, yeah, $55 worth of gold. You know, it's hard to say because I don't know exactly how much gold was 5 years ago or whenever this bag was given to me. But it's still, I mean, it's still pretty good. The value doesn't really matter here because I don't know what he was selling it for back then. I know he's selling it for 35 right now. If that video is updated, sorry, Jason, I have no idea. But all you have to know is if you have a guaranteed minimum amount of gold like this does, then you can do the math before you buy it and you already know kind of what you're gonna get. The process here, when I make videos of gold pay dirt that has a guaranteed minimum amount of gold, it's all about the process, what the material looks like, how difficult it is, what the gold looks like. We got two nice little pickers there, actually really nice. We got more flakes than flour gold. I was actually kind of surprised. I thought from Flour Gold Wizards we'd get a bunch of flour gold. We still did get a little bit of flour gold, so that was fun. Anyway, I thought it was awesome. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you liked it, please hit the thumbs up button. If you haven't subscribed, definitely do that. I have all kinds of videos planned for this year. And that's all I got for today. Thanks for watching.
Thanks everyone for watching my video. If you're still here, you're one of the 42% that muscled your way all the way through the video, so I appreciate it. Also, 71% of all the people that watch my videos aren't even subscribed. So go ahead and subscribe, it's free, and there's a lot more treasure hunting videos coming. Also, big thanks to all the Patreon supporters scrolling right here. And don't forget to click on that video right there. It's very relevant to the one you just watched. And that's all I got for today. Thanks for watching.